Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, 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 Kyle Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, honors and salutations to the sincere Akim, laboring in this truth of the hope for elect. And this show, they're coming for you tribes. They're making, and actually they're making mockery, but we don't call it, they're coming for you tribes. And we told you, all right, dealing with the time of Jacob's trouble. And I'm gonna play this clip. I don't know if this is a fake clip or a real video, right? Because we're in that time now where you got to question everything if it's AI or not. But whether it be AI or not, the point that they're showing you in here that they don't give a fuck about you tribes. All right, so I'm gonna play the clip real quick, and then I'm gonna hit the scriptures, pertaining to it.
This is McDonald's French fries from the United States. It has 11.
That ain't the clip, but hey, she going in. You shouldn't be. Ain't nobody should be eating no fucking McDonald's though. At this point.
Are you an illegal alien in the United States? Are you looking for the perfect holiday gift for your family? Then DHS has the best holiday deal of your life. It's the CBP Home app. It's free. It's fast. Just download the CBP Home app and fill out your information. We'll take care of your travel arrangements, and once you're home, you'll receive a $1,000 stipend. So don't delay. Join the 2 million illegal aliens who have already left. Download the CBP Home app today and get home for the holidays. Are you an illegal alien in the United States?
Yeah, so you see what they're doing. This now, I don't know if how true this is, but this is how these devils feel. This is how they feel. Here's what they think about you. And we've been warning Jake for the longest, man. Especially the Latin tribes they're targeting. And Nero Trump, I think back in he said did he say February or January, which is pretty much right around the corner, they're supposed to be rounding up all those so-called Haitians, which is the tribe of Levi. And see, for years we've been teaching you that this white man is the devil, all right, that the Bible speaks of. But you had a lot of no Esu Cristo, no negro, blanco, right? They say, oh no, Jesus Christ is white. They got that white image of Jesus Christ basing off of Cesare Borgia, right? So they got that in their mind. But look at what Jesus Christ is doing to you. They're making mockery. They sitting up here saying download, and this might even be an older commercial, But they're sitting there making mockery. Are you looking to go home for the holidays? And they're basically trying to tell you to self-deport. So which means, and there's another video, which maybe I'll go into that in another video. But this is what the scriptures means. It says that the devil should, matter of fact, let me get to the scriptures real quick. All right, Revelations chapter 12, right? And we've been bringing the scriptures out, and we've been telling you, man, we've been telling Jake, and that's when really, the white man, whoever said that the so-called white man played fair, whoever said that anything he does was good. See, that's the myth that these, our people been living under. They think the white man is the answer of everything, and he's such a good guy. So when he flips the script on them, right, and makes their life hell and kills them and deports them and do all these things and make mockery while they're doing it, right? Because the scripture saying, how it go, the wicked in his pride. Hold on. Let me get that real quick, and then I'll come right back. And for the longest, we be going through the scriptures, letting you know that these devils, what they about to do. We go into the some of their stuff. Yep, Psalms 10. I figured it was that, right? But y'all don't listen. So now this is Psalms 10 and 1. Why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in time of trouble? Well, the answer to that, real quick, bear with me. Hosea, pardon me. Hosea 5 and 15, right? Hosea 5 and 15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. See, we offended. And Jake, the thing about it is, just like speaking with the the rebellious Israelite groups out there that refuse to basically teach the Lord's word, teach the correct truth, not incorrect truths, if there's such a thing. All right, like they refuse to adhere to the Lord's word as far as the Most High's name being important. You know, instead they refuse to humble themselves and acknowledge what the scriptures say about that and praise the Lord's true name, his holy name. I'm talking about guys that are supposed to be believing brothers, elders, bishops, all this other titles, whatever. All right, they refuse to repent from teaching wickedness, things that are against the scriptures, such as John the Baptist falling out of the truth, Cornelius being a Edomite, a so-called white man. You can't prove that, right? But see, those things are offensive to the Most High, especially for a man that's supposed to be in the truth. Now, our people, as a whole, the scriptures say they will discontinue from their heritage, and they're sitting there worshiping what? The gods of the oppressors. All right, that's why, man, we ain't celebrating no fucking Christmas, man. That's not that's not in our lineage. All right, that's what you learned in slavery, just like eating chitlins, ham hocks, pigs and crabs and lobster. That's not in our genes, man. That's what you learned through slavery, and that's the curses that was upon us. So again, things are happening, and the so-called white man is putting orders, oppression, and they fucking people up. They're fucking people up. Like, it was one woman, they shot shots in her car, and she had 2 babies in there. So they coming with that dragon spirit, man. And we've been telling them, but the reason why the Most High is allowing them to do it, because our people still got to pay for their offenses. Because there's a price for you to sit. You can't just sit there and be into Santeria, voodoo, and all these other different witchcraft worship, or going to these false churches, praising a false god, the so-called white man, sitting up there not following the laws the Most High gave. You can't just do those things and then everything is going to be all right. That's like a woman that sits there and she's married to a husband, but she goes and fuck his enemy and a bunch of other guys, and then just come home thinking that, and he knows that she did it, and she thinking that everything is going to just be all right. It's okay. He'll get over it. The Most High ain't gonna, no, he gonna allow these, like he said, Hosea 5:15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. So now you're going to see people, because why? The so-called white man, which is the Lord's sword, he's sitting there putting that heat, and he's coming down like we got in Revelation 12 with great wrath upon our people. So now they're crying out, oh my God, I can't believe it. They all, and that's why Yahweh Shai said there's going to be a lot of weeping and gnashing of the teeth when he comes, because it's going to be a great persecution upon our people, which is happening now. We're in the beginning stages, and it's only going to get worse until the Lord come back. The Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, is the only one that can stop this devil from the wickedness that he's doing. All right, but he's going to allow a lot of our people to feel that heat, because why? They betrayed the Most High. They're enemies right now. So that's why when it said, why standest thou far off, O Lord, right? Because you got these stupid ass niggas out there and that's why the scripture said, lean not in your own understanding, man. But you got these niggas, I seen some nigga out there, if God was so powerful, he can't just kill the devil. Which you have no understanding whatsoever. And you thinking of something deep. And I gotta hear the devil's side of the story. Motherfucker, you the devil. Okay? You the devil, nigga. A deceiver, man. All right? And you wise in your own conceit. And really, you don't know the Most High. And that's why you're gonna continually be oppressed and fucked over, man. All right? See, they don't understand that the Most High is long suffering. All right? The Lord is bound by his word. He said that if we disobeyed him, he was going to bring these people that we didn't know. Matter of fact, Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, Deuteronomy 28, and I'm going to go straight to the point. Well, I'll start at 15, Deuteronomy 28 and 15, and jump. And you see the subheading? Consequences of disobedience. So when you see these ICE agents, these devils, and they running down on people, man. They run into your house, pulling you out of your car. They don't even care if the judge passed an order for them not to do it. They're doing it. They're like madmen. All right? They're running down on our people. So it says consequences of disobedience. Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, right? That's what the Lord gave us. He gave us laws, statutes, and commandments to govern ourselves, the things, dietary laws, what we're supposed to eat, what we're not supposed to eat. And that was only really for our good, but our people are so wicked, they want to eat everything that they're not supposed to. You see? He gave us laws of how to govern ourselves, how a man's supposed to be. He's not supposed to shave his beard and all that shit, right? Okay, a woman is not supposed to wear that which pertains to a man and vice versa. The Lord gave us all the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You see? He said, but if you don't listen, he said that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Curse should I be in the city. And yeah, wherever our people are, a curse follows them. And you got people talking about, we're going to get rid of the generational curse. You can't get rid of it. Because why? The Most High put it on you. The Lord is the only one that could take the curse up off you, man. And we're in the time where the Lord's ready to take the curse up off of you, but you got to repent. You got to turn back around. You got to denounce this wicked ass world. You got to denounce Christmas and all that. Fuck all that for the kids bullshit. All right? Start coming back into the Most High. Start learning how to rehearse the righteous acts, how to, call upon his name. Come back to your true identity, man. Okay, which is not no goddamn Muslim or Islamic, right? That's just a religion, all right? Not no black consciousness and Kemetic sciences and Pan-Africanism. The Most High ain't give us none of that. And if you don't come out of it, then you're going to be more and more fucked up, all right? And you're going to think that the Lord ain't with you, because the Lord ain't with you, man. All right? The Lord is going to be, because you're an enemy, all right? You're an enemy. And that's why we're set up to tell our people, but they don't listen, and majority of them is not going to listen. And we're not really, we only know that the elect is going to really listen. So that's who our word goes out to, for the elect of Israel, those who are chosen to hear the truth, the Ezekiel 9:4 type brothers, man. The men that sigh and cry for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So it said, curse shall thou be in the city, and curse shall thou be in the field. See? The field represents the world. But now I want to jump to the main point. I mean, all these curses prove, like Apostle Rama used to say, this is a GP. If you want to know where the Israelites are today, read Deuteronomy 28th chapter. And whoever this is applying to, then you know that those are the Israelites, all these curses. But now I want to jump to 45. 45. It says, no, Salaki, let me start. Yeah, you know what? Start at 43. It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. Now, this stranger right here represents the actual other nations. And you got to read the scriptures with context. That's which I think a lot of these dudes are just trolling some of them. But you got some people that read the Bible and they don't have the proper context, so they get caught. You know what I'm saying? They get caught. They get caught up in words and not understanding words and understanding who the scriptures is talking about. Anytime, right here is evident, is speaking about the other nations. All right. And that's why, and the proof is in the pudding. If you look at our people, everywhere we at, you got the other nations, they're sitting there licking our wounds, so to speak, like in the book of Lazarus. They sit there and open up all these businesses in our neighborhoods. And they're successful. The Chinese stores, Arab stores, gas stations, 7-Elevens, hotel, they're successful. The so-called white man owns the whole goddamn project, the buildings that you in and everything. You see? So it said, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. And who's at the bottom? Come on. We've been at the bottom. All right, now you got some other people, hey, times are changing, but we still at the fucking bottom. It says, he shall lend to thee. Wait a minute, that's a bank. Who owns these banks? All right, who owns all the banks? Who owns the banks around the whole world? The so-called white man. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee. See? No matter where you go. All right, you think you get away, you think you escape, you made it to Hollywood, then what happens? Boom. You get introduced to heroin and all these type, and your life is just a tragedy. All right? Your life is a straight up tragedy. What's my man? probably one of the greatest voice, Donny Hathaway. See? Because the reason why he did what he did, if they didn't really kill him, were the curses. The curses get on him, man. The vexation, demons, spirits, all of that. All right? That's part of the curses. But it says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee. And that's for our whole nation. From all the tribes, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Asher, Gad, Reuben, Ephraim, Simeon, Naphtali, Zebulun. Those curses came upon all. And that's why now they're being hunted. All right? Or they're hunting all of us down. The scriptures tell you that in Lamentations. But it says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power. You didn't listen to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign. See? Which Apostle Ramos go into this. That's how you know. Yeah, those are the cursed people. And don't think that these other nations don't know that we're them Israelites. Don't think they don't know that we're under the curses that we're reading about right here. All right? It says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder and upon thy seed forever, which is for a long time until the Lord comes back and deliver us. Verse 47, it said, because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies. See, these are not our friends. All right. And that's why they making these commercials and stuff, making mockery of our people. All right. The Department of Homeland Security, supposedly they put that video out. So, but that's what you expect. They are enemies, man. You know, right now, they just straight like those boats and whatever, which they said that those were actually fishermen. Some of them was from Trinidad, but Trump blew them up. And I think they called it, the UN is calling that an execution, if I'm not mistaken, if I read it right, because that's what it was. All right. They said that they was, it had so much bags of white pop. They had, which was fentanyl. Shut the fuck up, man. All right, come on, man. But anyway, you know, that's the curses upon our people. And it's going to be more of our people being brutally murdered and killed by this government, by the so-called white man, this devil. Because why? They are enemies, man. And the Most High set them up to be the devil. See, everybody got to play out their part until it's time for the Most High to cut it off, man. He's the only one that can cut this devil off out of power, man. All right? It says, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, and hunger, right? That's why everybody was all fucked up when they cut the SNAP programs. And they still messing with people with the SNAP programs. A lot of people still going to get cut off because you ain't going to meet the criteria. And it's going to keep changing to the point where they're going to tell you you're going to have the C-HIP. And again, that's why that's a very important prophecy about the MOTB, all right? And that's what the problem is. You got a lot of Israelite groups out there, but they're not teaching the truth. They're not warning Jacob these things. What are you warning them about? What are you telling them? This is a reality. These are things that are here. They're implementing this new world order right as we speak. But a lot of people want to turn a blind eye to it, man. Okay? And that's going to be the shit to get you fucked up. But it says, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And we all know who had the yokes of iron actually upon our necks. And the Lord shall bring a nation against, and again, these small hats, show me pictures with them being in yokes of iron in cargo slave ships. So how are they the Israelites, man? Is that simple? It said, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. What's the emblem of America? The eagle, which is known to be a proud bird, right? It says, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Okay, and that's why they beat out our languages and our culture and our nationality out of us. And now we're speaking English or whatever, French, Portuguese, Spanish, because what? These devils, this is part of the curses. And that's how we discontinue from our heritage. It said a nation of fierce countenance, and they showed no mercy. That's why they're not showing mercy now. They're rolling up on, and it is some bully type shit. All right? It is some bully type shit. The bully's going to keep bullying until they get bullied. All right? Which the Lord is the one that's going to bully these devils, man. He going to smack them around. All right? Easily. But right now, they're gonna wreak havoc on people, man. All right, and now you got more and more people are hiding, or panicking, not knowing what to do. Oh my, because there's nothing for them. They don't have. Some of these people don't even got no. They've been in the States for 10, 15 years, man. They don't got no more relatives.
Who have already left. Download the CBP Home app today.
They don't got no more relatives or nobody that they could go back to, and they don't have no, some of these people, and then they're sending them back. Like even in Haiti, look at how torn apart that country is, man. So how you gonna send them back to that? So they already was in a bad situation, but they were happy because at least over here they were able to work and make something, not nowhere what they should be making, but they was able to make a little bit of money, then collectively put it together and and try to make some of themselves. But now they threatening them, and a lot of these guys, they scared to go out and show themselves or whatever because they know that there's a manhunt basically for the tribes, so-called Haitians, the Venezuelans, South Americans, and again, very rarely do you see them mess with any of the other nations, like the Moabites or the Chinese or whatever. When they went to Chinatown, they went for what? A lot of them were Jakes, so that was selling bootleg shit or whatever the case is. All right, you don't never see about it was a bunch of Pakistanis, 10,000 Pakistanis that were sending back, or Indians, East Indians, because there's tons of them. I know it because it ain't just the so-called Mexicans you see out there on the workforce, doing construction and everything. You see them East Indians. A lot of them, they use them to sit there and do all the dirty, nasty work or demolition work in these projects. So it ain't just the Mexicans or the Latinos, but they're targeting the Latinos because they know that they're the tribes of Israel. So that's why they're coming up against them and they're doing these things. But the Lord said that this was going to happen anyway to our people for disobeying them. So now, get ready to wrap it up. Go back to, Psalms 10? So again, Psalms 10, it says, why standest thou far off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in a time of trouble? And are we not in the time of trouble? Jeremiah says the time of Jacob's trouble, because our people going to feel it, man. All right, the Lord is going to get their attention through letting this white man put hell upon our people, man. It said the wicked, who's the wicked? The so-called white man. All right, you can go to Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. See? So it said the wicked in its pride doth persecute the poor. All right? So let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Because overall, everything is going to backfire on them. And what's happening, that thing in Venezuela is escalating, but the United States are being exposed, and then throughout the world, they're looking bad. And again, remember, the scriptures say that they shall hate the whore. What's that? Revelation 17 said he gonna burn her with fire. These other nations, and they all got missiles. And see, and that's what, again, like of course, it's about the oil in Venezuela and also Nigeria, right? Because they trying to, but it goes further into them implementing a new world order, establishing the MOTB. All right, because if they don't stop, because Russia been backing Maduro in China as well. So what's happening is what the U.S. the dollar, right? Which that's what you got to have to participate by oil, this, that, and the third. It's been weakened. It's really weak. It's about to be nothing, really worth nothing, unusable soon. But if they don't stop, if they let Maduro and Russia, all that, they won't need the U.S. dollar. They'll be able to sell their oil without the U.S. dollar. And that makes America lose control, and that makes them sink in the power rankings of the other nations in the world. And then they can't fulfill what they want to do. They can't put their new world order in effect how they want to do with the MOTB. See, right now, all the nations got to follow after America. Just like when they came with that pandemic. They made the whole world tapped into that, man. The whole world tapped. That was a worldwide global pandemic, right? Because why? They're in the power seat. And it's their system. The MOTB is their thing. All right. But overall, these other nations, they're getting tired. They see all this stuff that the United States is doing. And the scriptures tell you too. The scriptures don't lie. They eventually is going to come a time where they're going to set it on America. And this thing with Venezuela is making them look bad. So it says, that's why it says eventually it's going to backfire. So it said, let them be taken, taken in the devices that they have imagined. Verse 3, it says, for the wicked boasts of his heart's desire. And you hear Trump talk about, oh yeah, we're going to take the oil, we're going to set this up, we're going to have many jobs, we're going to have this, that. They're trying to make the smart cities, right? And they're not even hiding this shit. Like, whereas 20, 30 years ago, it was in the cut. Now they out in the open with it, man. Everything's in the open. That's how we know that we in the last days, man. It said, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. Trump is not going to sit there and say, you know what, these are the Most High's people. We got humbled. These so-called blacks and Latinos, the people that we're oppressing and talking all this shit about and putting hell on, they're the real, they know it, but they're not going to say it. They're not going to seek after to do the right thing. And no, they're going to keep lying to you and acting like they're so-called God. They don't even really, and again, Trump was supposed to swearing on that big old Bible. I didn't see him swearing on the Bible. And I've been trying to find the footage of it because I didn't see him. Showing you that they on some other shit right now. It said the Most High is not in all his thoughts. All right, so I'm gonna end it there. I mean, the point is there. They definitely coming for the tribes, and we've been telling Jake that these days are gonna come, and nobody believes us. And you still got Jake. Jake is like real oblivious to what's going, everything that's going on, but Jake just think it's just normal. Like, okay, yeah, it's just happening, but we got to go about our business. You know, we still got to do this, do that for the next year and then the year to come. What the fuck you mean? Who told you that we got that type of time? But anyway, with that, I'm going to say, Kyle Halal, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and Shalom to the sincere Akim. Shalom.